Welcome back to the Cool Fab Racing British Minibike Championship from Wilton Mill, the official junior support series of the British Superbikes. And we've got MiniGP50 up next. These are the two-stroke MetroKit bikes, 50cc engines, and you start racing at the age of 8. Emmanuel Brinson is on pole position this time, just pipping Casey O'Gorman to the front row of the grid, which is very interesting because he's won every race this season at this point. Evan Belford, Bailey Stewart-Campbell, Thomas Gomez and Corey Stain around at the top 6 from Vince Smart, Holly Harris, Dylan Mellor and James Cook. We're ready for action. Emmanuel Brinson, he set a new track record in qualifying, so let's see if he can be beaten. Well, Casey O'Gorman's already blasted away and got him on the run to oblivion. Fantastic start, and look, he could just disappear from here. This is Casey O'Gorman in his element, but no, Emmanuel Brinson is chasing him down.
That was a great start by O'Gorman, but look at this, Brinson is right behind him as they come through Christmas Corner. Great pictures from the drone. We've got an onboard camera on Emmanuel Brinson. This will give us a great look at these bikes, MiniGP50, 50cc bikes. They will do certainly on a big track over 80 miles an hour, these bikes. This is a smaller karting circuit, obviously, but once they get to the likes of the Stowe circuit at Silverstone, something like that, these bikes easily doing over 80 miles an hour with 8-year-old kids in some cases riding them. And indeed, Emmanuel Brinson is concerned, he is only 8 years of age. He looks much older to me, but he is only 8, so one of the youngest riders in the field. He's second place there. Casey out front is only 9, but highly experienced. And as you say, Jake, just unbeaten this year. But Brinson is all over him.
Yeah, it looked to me as though O'Gorman just drifted a little bit too deep through Crook. And as they come into Christmas, Emmanuel Brinson is all over him. Meanwhile, further back, Corey Stainer is third on the track. Runner-up in the championship at the moment, but this is definitely going to hamper him if he only finishes third in this one. Consistent points, yes, but Emmanuel Brinson is definitely going to take some points off him if he stays where he is, although if he can get past Casey O'Gorman, that's going to help Stainer quite a lot. As up the inside, he's going to try and have a look if he gets a good run off the turn, down the back straight and up towards the boot. They'll go into the ankle. There's Thomas Gomez in 4th position at the moment, chasing down Corey Stainer. So we've got a battle for third between 3.5, maybe 4 bikes, because he's not quite close enough, that man in 6th position, to get involved in the battle yet, but it won't be long. But there is Thomas Gomez on the orange and black machine as he charges after Corey Stainer in 3rd place.
Gomez in the TDI media colours, it should be pointed out, black and orange. But Emmanuel Brinson here, the 8-year-old, in 2nd place. So O'Gorman, very, very unusual. This is only his 2nd ride on a MiniGP50, and it's very unusual to have this sort of pace. These are full 6-speed machines, by the way. If you think these are just twist and goes, they're not. They're basically a cut-down version of a superbike. That's Evan Belford on the 52 there for Admiral Tag Yamaha.
And he's gone up to 4th place. Yes, he made the move there on Thomas Gomez into Ashby. Beautiful move. Back on board with Emmanuel Brinson. Gets very close in the ankle, through the toe, down the hill they go. Look, Casey O'Gorman gets great acceleration through the exit there as they go through the heel onto the main straight again. Let's try and ride on board for a bit. Into that quick left flick at Oblivion, through Crook. Back on the power. Looking over his shoulder, O'Gorman, just trying to see where he is. He's got a little bit of distance as they go over Manuel's bank and into Christmas. Great battle. This is the toughest battle Casey O'Gorman has had all season.
He's going to be looking over his shoulder and thinking, who is that? That cannot be Emmanuel Brinson. A, he's a year younger than me. This is only his 2nd race, and he's right behind me. What is going on?
What's going on? Oh, it looks like Evan Belford's in trouble. Evan Belford in trouble there on the exit of Ashby. He has dropped down to 6th position. Bailey Stewart-Campbell's gone through.
I think he's missed a gear, Jake. I think he's missed a gear, got it in the wrong gear. He's back on it now, and that's the sort of thing that can happen on these bikes. As I say, 6-speed machines. It's like they're basically normal motorcycles, but just cut down versions of superbikes. Yeah. Fantastic racing in this championship on these bikes with the kids so young, 8, 9 years of age. Incredible.
I was just going to say, Belford has obviously decided, right, that was a mistake, silly me, I'm going to get back on with it, and charging straight back after the 99 bike of Bailey Stewart-Campbell. But that puts Stainer in 3rd, Gomez in 4th, Stewart-Campbell in 5th, and look at Evan Belford getting right back on the bike into the battle here for 5th position, getting right back into the zone, into Ashby. They're tightening up. This is a 4-way scrap, bit of a wobble from Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez nearly dumped it there. Lucky to not high side that, but just collected it. He's okay, still there. Looking down the inside, Bailey Stewart-Campbell can't quite get it done. Into Chapman. They come out onto the inside straight. The drone gives you a fantastic overall view of the action here at this circuit at Wilton Mill. That is the boot, that's the toe of the boot, obviously, as they come down to the ankle of the boot here, the final turn. Still Corey Stainer, who's in third, from Gomez fourth, Bailey Stewart Campbell fifth, and Evan Belford there in sixth place, trying to atone for that error in the right-hander earlier on.
Oh, Bailey Stewart Campbell's got a good run here on Gomez. Gomez is looking a little bit tentative, and he's up the inside into fourth position. Nicely done. Back with the leaders. Emmanuel Brinson swarming all over the back of Casey O'Gorman. This is the toughest O'Gorman has ever had to work in the 2017 season. He's won every race at a canter so far this year. Emmanuel Brinson is going to put a stop to that if he's got anything to say about it.
That battle for third place, by the way, you want to be at the head of that battle just in case these two collect each other. Third place is a good place to be, because if these two happen to come in here together, and they are right on it, the pair of them here, they could easily have a coming together. This little battle here is where you want to be in third place, because you could collect a win.
Now, there's two deciding factors for the remainder of this race. Not only is this battle for third position going to be quite critical, but there's two factors to take into account here. We're on board with Brinson. Where's O'Gorman? He's to our left. And Brinson drifts wide. There's O'Gorman back through, so they're battling for position. Now, I was just going to say, there's two deciding factors in this race. One of them is the traffic. They're getting through slower bikes. Evan Pendrell gets out of the way, and Emmanuel Brinson actually gets held up.
Yeah, now this is the key thing with this championship. There are no blue flags. And the reason for that is there tends to be bikes all over the place, and it's almost impossible for the marshals to know who to throw the blue flags to. So there are no blue flags. The riders have to make their way through the traffic, and it's key to what is going on at the end of the race. That's Saffron Watley now.
And it's Bailey Stewart Campbell at the front of the queue for third position in there behind Saffron Watley trying to lap. So Bailey Stewart Campbell's used the traffic to his advantage and got himself into third position.
Yeah, there you go. There he is. So Saffron Watley on the pink bike there. You saw Holly Harris on the 15 bike in behind her. So she was the traffic they had to get past, and you have to make best use of the traffic. If you're out front, you want to get past the traffic very quickly and hope that the guy behind you gets caught up. And if you're behind, of course, you want the race leader to get caught up in the traffic.
Well, absolutely. Looked to me like Evan Belford was there in fourth position, tucked in behind Bailey Stewart Campbell. So I think both of them have managed to somewhere get past both Corey Stainer and Thomas Gomez. We'll keep an eye on that one. If we've got that wrong, apologies, but this is an amazing battle. We're keeping an eye on it. Now, I did say traffic was one factor. The other factor is the track conditions, because it's damp but drying.
Yes, Belford. That's Belford there. You're right, Jake. Belford there now in third place. Gomez has lost time, obviously. He's at the back of that group and dropped off the back of them. So back on board here with Brinson.
Well, that third position battle then has had a proper shuffle of the deck, hasn't it? Because Belford was at the back of that queue a couple of laps ago. Now he's up to third in front of Bailey Stewart Campbell, Corey Stainer and Thomas Gomez. Meanwhile, the track is drying, the circuit's getting faster, and both of these riders are gaining in confidence, particularly Brinson, who's managed to gain all of that time he lost behind the back markers. Oh, look at this, Bailey Stewart Campbell on the inside of Belford, and he's got through into third position. Now Belford's going to try and come back into Ashby. He cuts across Bailey Stewart Campbell, nicely done, well defended, and this is going to give Corey Stainer a chance to close in.
What an absolute classic race. This is one of the races of the season here in MiniGP50. We've got a race for the lead, the top two battling, and this battle here for third place. Gomez has dropped off the back of it, but we've still got Bailey Stewart Campbell in front of Evan Belford, and then Corey Stainer right in behind.
Still not a bad place to be, as we've lost Jaden Toomer. There he is. Jaden Toomer has gone down on the 106 in Ashby. He's absolutely furious with himself. It's a very easy mistake to make, but unfortunately, that is the end of Toomer's race. Look at this battle for third place. Absolutely incredible, as again, Evan Belford tucks right in behind Bailey Stewart Campbell's rear wheel as he looks for an opportunity, and he needs to get on with this quickly because Corey Stainer is right on his tail trying to come through. Back on board with Brinson.
Brinson for K-Tech suspension these days through the left hand.
Oh no, he's lost it! Brinson has gone down, chasing after Casey O'Gorman through Parker. Brinson has gone down. Disaster. The fastest man around Wilton Mill in this class in history has gone down. Let's watch again.
Absolutely sick, isn't he? You can see him there. He's desperate. He goes down. Low side. Ends up on the grass, so won't have hurt himself. He'll have hurt his ego. But he's got to take the positives out of this weekend. He set a new lap record in time qualifying. As the riders in third and fourth place make their way past Sean Abel into the last lap. He set the lap record in time qualifying, and he's improved on that in this race, Jake.
Yes, indeed. But how about this for Bailey Stewart-Campbell? He's now on the last lap in second place as Belford continues to shake off Corey Stainer for third as those two battle away for the last spot on the podium. They come into increments down towards Ashby, but Casey O'Gorman on the 7 yet again. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but that's the best get out of jail free card he's ever going to get this season. That's Saffron Watley. Watley is slow down the back straight. Oh, Casey O'Gorman has hit her! Casey O'Gorman's hit her bike!
That's the race leader. The race
On the
leader's
last
down.
lap!
He's never going to pick that bike up. Needs help. Here comes the marshal to give him a hand, but there goes Bailey Stewart-Campbell. There goes Belford. There goes Stainer.
Saffron Watley looks on. I'm so sorry, Casey. I didn't mean to get in your way, but Casey O'Gorman has lost the victory on the last lap. That's Gomez through as well. So Bailey Stewart-Campbell gets the checkered flag.
And Lee Clowes on the side. She doesn't know where the leader is.
She's had to wave it.
She's missed the checkered
She
flag
was
for the leader.
she was expecting to see Casey O'Gorman come through, but it's Bailey Stewart-Campbell who wins it. From Belford in second, Stainer third, Gomez fourth, and Casey O'Gorman is fifth. What an end!
Let's have a look at the replay. Here is Casey coming down the inside straight. Saffron Watley's got a problem, just runs into the back of her. Could have gone left or right, and for some reason goes straight down the middle, and then he's never picking that bike up. He's just too small.
That's
he
agony.
Cannot pick that bike up. The marshal comes now to help him. Here's the race leaders, by the way. That is Bailey Stewart-Campbell, and the man just to the left of him, Evan Belford, with him behind. Corey Stainer finishing first, second and third. Lee Clowes is not sure what's happening. She's waiting for the 7 bike and then gets the radio message to say those were the leaders. They've just gone past. He waves the flag late.
Is that the closest cool fab finish in history? I think it's close to it. If not the closest. 78 thousandths of a second between them at the flag. Through the weekend, Casey O'Gorman restored his position with a couple more victories. Corey Stainer and Evan Belford in the top 3 from Bailey Stewart-Campbell and Thomas Gomez.
If you've been following the mini-moto classes in the championship in recent months, you'll know that Ollie Walker has been falling off a lot when in leading positions. But he's got a message for those of you who think his confidence has been dented.
Oh no! That's Ollie Walker! Oh no, he's lost it! Walker's down! Walker's down!
Walker's gone down yet again!
I'll be back.
Ollie Walker is back. He's back in part 3. It's the Junior LC40 Minimoto Elite class. He's back, but can he stay upright?